Hi everybody and welcome back to the Russian campaign. I think I've finally got to the place I want to be. I've organised my armies to the extent where they're covering all the areas that need to be covered. Our revolt risk is right down. If you remember last time, the map was basically crimson throughout the entire empire. Now it's just the kind of newly conquered territory that are suffering from revolt risk. I think I'm going to be focusing on building up some more armies, and then I'll be looking at starting a war. A proper war, not just beating up some random Indian provinces. I'll leave you guessing about where I'm going to be invading first of all. But right now I'm just going to get started. I want to build a few more units just to kind of have an invasion force. So that's going to be done now. I had a comment from a viewer helpfully pointing out that I've forgotten to build an embassy, so I'm definitely going to need to go ahead and get that built. Embassies are going to be reducing our infamy by 0.4 a year, which is a very useful thing to have, and I've really been wasting a lot of infamy reduction by forgetting to build one. Okay, as I said, we have armies pretty much covering the majority of our empire at the moment, so any rebels aren't going to take too long to deal with. I'm going to start colonising Lachinsky as well. I'm still in a rush to reach the coast here, so I'm not sure why I haven't colonised that already. But right now I'm just waiting for a magistrate, and once I've done that I can get a embassy built. This is what fear looks like. I'm not sure why Bavaria are lining up troops on my border, but it could be bad news for me. Getting into war with Europe is a very scary prospect at this stage of the game. I've also been neglecting my kind of strategy for dealing with Europe. Russia's main advantage is the attrition that any enemies face when invading her territory, and you can really make use of that by building up a line of defensive forts, or high level forts, so that the armies enter your area, take attrition, they can't assault the forts very quickly, and once they're weakened you can swoop in and kill them. But I've been neglecting that, and all we're left with is a line of level 1 forts along the border, so I should definitely work on getting that improved. I'm going to build the embassy in Kashmir. It's one of the most recent additions to the empire, and as such it will be the longest time before it becomes a core and the embassy no longer works. Okay, so we're getting a bunch of troops together. I think I'll just group everyone up in Moscow and then just split them in half. Okay, Indus was not successful. I'm going to want to keep an eye on my funds here and make sure I don't go bankrupt, so I think what I'll do is I'll just up my minting a little bit again. Another failed colonist. It's not very good. Cistern and Tanutuva. Oh no! Our Tsar has cost us one stability. Damn, it takes us so long to recover our stability at the moment. Look, 3 years. Damn it. Stupid Tsar. Another core, that's very nice. I would love to get rid of our overextension status. Okay, so I'm going to place one army here and another one down here. I think also, just to be on the safe side, actually no, I think we should be okay. No, wait, ignore me. I'll build one more army. You can never have enough armies. Ah, does this mean that Tachibana has been destroyed? No, they are still around. I'm not sure I will have to cast a spell against them, but never mind. Yeah, just one. Okay. So, yes, I also need to be building forts. I was going to build a line of level 2 forts right up along this border, and probably about 2, maybe 3 provinces deep. Now, my next war is going to be against the Ottomans. I really want to take over Turkey and, you know, a bit of Greece here. We have actually had Greece proper before, which is nice. One of my commenters did want me to kind of ally with Byzantium and just, you know, keep them alive, let them rebuild. But I don't want to have them around as an equal. I do want them to be around because, well, I love Byzantium, you know, I love the Empire, very big soft spot for them. But I think it would be in my interest to let them be conquered, take over all this area, and then release them as a vassal. So they get to survive, give me money, and it's a win-win for everybody. Revolt. 26 regiments. Must be pence. I don't want to have to start chasing around a large army right on the cusp of declaring war against an enemy. So I'll just take the easy way out. It's not very glorious, I know. Ah, we're not having much luck at all with the colonists. I'll just clear out the natives, I think. And yeah, we're running at a deficit. Okay, I'll just deal with these rebels in the cistern. Wait for this army to reach Nijinsky so we can wipe out the locals. I don't like doing that. The more natives you have in a province when it's colonised, the higher the base tax will be. But I'm not having much luck at the moment with colonists, and I don't want to mess around. So I have all of my troops heading down to the border, and we are preparing to declare war on the Ottoman. I'm not sure if they're still the Ottoman Empire or just the Ottomans. It looks like they're no longer an empire, which is good news for me. Shouldn't forget any colonies I've started here. Now, the Ottomans are, I believe, guaranteed by the Mamluks, so there's a very big chance that they'll join the war, and we'll be having to fend off any troops they send, whilst my main force here invades modern-day Turkey and starts besieging provinces. Always nice when rebels spawn on top of an army, so we can just wipe them out straight away. None of that silly messing around trying to get to the army. And now that embassy's been built, we're losing infamy at a much better rate. Okay, just waiting for the stragglers to reach Sinope. Nearly there, 2 weeks. Okay, that's everybody. I'm just going to need some generals now. And it's time for war. Let's do this. So yeah, allied with Yemen, Algiers. Quite surprising to see Algiers still alive. And the Mamluks. So, Holy War, Casus Belli. Let's get this declaration sent. Put down the inevitable rebellion. And off we go. Yemen, Algiers. And yeah, the Mamluks did honour their alliance. So we're not going to mess about, let's just get all our troops in this province and we'll take it. I'd be much happier if these rebels had spawned elsewhere, so I didn't have to divert one of the armies I was going to be using to fend off the Mamluks. But there we go. Tashilu. Ah, 2 colonists will arrive in Kachinsk. Where was that? I'm guessing around here. Yeah, Kachinsk. Lovely. Like I say, it's always my intention to colonise this area, but the priority was really reaching the coast. But anyway, we have a decision and we have a war to fight. I hadn't forgotten. I'm just going to change direction and attack this army. 22,000 troops heading to Sivas. Okay, no problem whatsoever. That army was completely wiped out. And we have been successful with colonising Nijinsky. It is important to point out, in fairness, that there is a huge tech difference between us and the Ottomans at this stage, which means wonderful things for our war efforts. Okay, and here they are. I'm very happy to see armies being wiped out straight away, as this isn't the kind of area you want to be pursuing armies around. You do take a lot of attrition, as I'm sure we will be demonstrating. Another corps, very nice. More rebels taken care of. Bulgaria is at war with me. That's interesting. It is a shame that I can't take any enemy provinces that weren't the target of the original war declaration without incurring full infamy. And that can be a problem. Okay, I'll just pursue this army to Iraq and then head up towards Van slowly. We beat the army here, so we should get a good advantage here. Those rebels have survived, so you can carry on pursuing them and eventually head back. Okay, lovely. You've completely taken care of the Ottoman main army. In future, all we'll be dealing with is any stragglers and reinforcements that they managed to build. Oh, okay, we've lost a siege. It's not a very good start. Marching around a big stack like this is going to increase my war exhaustion, unfortunately, but it's easily recoverable from at this stage. Lost 25 ducats there, quite randomly. Okay, so let's quickly take back Van, and then we'll send the army off to wipe out the Mamluks. Ah, regional nobles challenge Russia. Okay, so get 5 regiments in Lahore, decentralise, or some nasty reforms. Yep, crushed them. The army was already heading there anyway. Not even inconvenienced. That's a good sign. Let's split you up. Obdorsk is self-sustaining. Lovely. You can have a fort. It's supposed to be the most northern part of the empire. Possibly even the most northern province of the entire game. Most of it around here is wasteland. But anyway, that's not important. Lovely. Just wiping them out straight away. No need to mess about following them around. It's a nice decisive victory. You've not reached here yet. New discovery. Okay, that's quite nice. I won't be colonising that just yet. I'll try and see what's available here. Any more assaulting? Seems we're getting quite a few spies from Bulgaria. I'm not too happy with that. Can I just get you out of the war? No. I'll leave one army here. Just spread them out a bit to avoid the war exhaustion and the attrition. Yep, everybody wants peace. None of them can have it. Unfortunately, it seems to be the Mamluks who are leading the war, so I can't sort of get them out of the war without ending the entire thing. Battle of Anatolia, victory. Let's attack the fort. Yeah, no problem. I believe I forgot to mention, but with the plan I had to release Byzantium as a vassal, if I give them a large part of the kind of old empire, then they will be controlling the majority of my coastline around this region, which means I could rely on them as my vassal to produce a navy and take care of all that for me, so I can focus on land tech, which could be pretty nice. It would mean, however, that I wouldn't have the Bosphorus Sound toll. I would need to own these 4 provinces myself. I don't think we're going to be able to cross the Sea of Marmara here to get to the capital. I believe that the navies will automatically stop any of that. Okay, so that's 79%, that's a very nice score. I'll just see if we are able to cross without building a sudden fleet. Yeah, as expected, here comes Bulgaria. Okay, so without a fleet we're not going to be able to destroy these ships and therefore allow ourselves to cross. So I'm just going to consider this a nice, swift, easy victory and see what I can get from them. I wouldn't be able to get all 4 provinces, which is unfortunate. Why is that? What would that come to? 40, 56, 78. Oh, that's a very expensive peace deal. This area is such a rich land that you really need a lot of war score to take it over. So we're going to need to do it in a number of wars. I think, though, that taking the coast here is a priority, as I want to be able to reach Thrace and the capital here. So I'll do this. I'll see what else I can get in the meantime. I can get them to release a vassal. It's not really hurting them or benefiting me. So I'll see what else is available. Tunisia. Oh, the Ottomans have territory down here. Now that's very unusual. I don't normally see that happening in a game. I'll get them to release that because I don't want to have to deal with that in future wars. Ancona is Ottoman? Wow, I am impressed. And I can get 183 ducats. Okay, I would say that was a very nice little addition to our empire for a measly 3 infamy, so you bet I'll be taking that. So the Ottomans are out of the war. Some rebels have been left unchallenged, I'm not too sure what that's about. And I don't want anything from the Mamluks right now, so we built up a decent war score. Let's see if we can get something from them. Okay, it's going to have to be a white piece, which is fine. Okay. I was hoping to next declare war and regain Byzantium. Sorry, Constantinople, I should say. Because it's somehow under the control of Crete, so all I would need to do is besiege that capital, and that should give me enough war exhaustion to reclaim it back. However, and this goes for all of Europe, I can't declare war on them without losing 2 stability, because I don't have a casus belli. And given how long it's taking to regain stability, I'm not willing to take that hit. I'll need to wait until I have absolute monarchy, which is going to be a very long time. I need level 27 in government tech. And once I've got that though, I'll get a casus belli on the entire world. I can take provinces for a very low infamy cost, and yeah, declare war without taking that stability hit. So I'll call this episode for now. I hope you've preferred watching a bit of fighting going on rather than simple rebel maintenance. Yeah, next time I'll see if I can't find a way to generate a casus belli against Crete, and we'll see what happens. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.